Hey guys, welcome back to the Girl Gone London channel. If you're new here, my name is Kaylin. I'm an American expat living in the UK, and today we are doing another Cooking with Kaylin segment. Okay, so what are we making today? Today we are making a really popular British side dish, which is roast potatoes and roast parsnips. Now, these are often in addition to a Sunday roast, also served on Christmas with Christmas dinner. And you may think, well, I know how to roast a vegetable, but there is a very specific way that they roast potatoes and parsnips to make them really crispy and really nice. So I'm going to take you along with me as I make my roasties or roast potatoes. Okay, so first I've got some potatoes, and I've got some parsnips, and I'm just going to peel and cut them up. So I'll go ahead and set you up so you can see exactly what I'm doing. Okay, so I've got them all chopped up, and you might think that the next step is to put them straight in the oven, but that's not true. The next step is to grab a pot like this, and we're going to fill the pot with our well, they're not roasted yet, but with our soon-to-be roasted potatoes and parsnips. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put these in the pot. Now we are going to fill the pot with water so that the water covers the potatoes and parsnips, salt it a little, and we're going to go ahead and set it on medium to high heat so it starts to boil. So I've just turned the stove on, and I'm going to go ahead and wait for this to boil. Once it boils, I'm going to turn the heat down and let it simmer for about 4 to 5 minutes. So I've got my potatoes and parsnips. They are simmering for just a couple more minutes, and what I'm going to do is I am going to preheat my oven to 200 degrees Celsius, about 400 Fahrenheit. And now it's time to find your baking tray or roasting tray. So I'm going to go ahead and use this. And what we want to do first is we want to take our oil. I'm going to use olive oil because I don't have anything else, but goose fat is really popular to use, as well as other kind of oils like sunflower oil. So whatever you have, goose fat, oil, another kind of fat, we are going to pour it into the tray so that it covers the bottom, and we're actually going to preheat the oil. So I'm going to pour in my oil, stick it in the oven, and then we'll deal with the potatoes and parsnips on the stove. Okay, so I have done enough oil to cover the bottom of my pan. So my oven is still preheating, but I'm going to go ahead and stick the pan with the oil into the oven. Now it's been about 5 minutes of simmering on the stove, so I'm going to turn the heat off. I've got all of my potatoes and parsnips in there, so I'm going to go ahead and drain them first things first. Okay, so now I have drained the water out of my potatoes and parsnip pot, in order to get a crispier finish, I'm actually going to keep the lid on the pot and shake vigorously to kind of rough up the potatoes and parsnips a little bit. So now that I've taken the lid off, you can kind of have a look. So now I'm gonna wait about 5 to 10 minutes for my oil to heat up. And once it heats up, I'm gonna take that out and put my potatoes and parsnips in the oil on the tray. I've waited about 5 minutes with my oil in the pan in the oven. So now I'm gonna go ahead and take it out of the oven and put the potatoes and parsnips on. Be very careful because the oil is really hot, but go ahead and try and coat your potatoes and parsnips in the oil with a serving spoon or something like that. So I've coated my potatoes and parsnips in the hot oil and I'm going to put it back in the oven. It's going to take about 55 minutes to an hour to fully roast, and I'm going to go in about every 10 to 15 minutes just to rotate them, turn them around, and try to get them to cook evenly. So I will see you after they're done. Okay, so I finished the roast potatoes and parsnips and they look really good. I'll show you some close-ups here. People eat it with chicken, turkey, beef, really any kind of meat, vegetables like peas, Brussels sprouts, etc. So if you do these at home, let me know below, send me a picture and let me know how they turn out. Thanks again for watching this video and I'll see you next time.